can you be or consider yourself to be a real gamer if in your mind the only games that count are 1. Exclusive, 2. Now superhero games, and 3. Games that are photorealistic and only heavy story narrative driven?
It's me, So Real, bringing you my view as another video, and a video type that I haven't made in a while, exposing another X-bot for his incorrect logic about what makes a gamer a true gamer, surely built on the sheer fact that he's bitter over 2 games that was announced on PlayStation's recent showcase, Wolverine and Spider-Man. Now I want you to keep up counting in his video how many times he brings up these superhero games, hero games, just to drive the point home that that's what's got him so flustered. He's bitter that we are gonna have games that not only is highly popular right now, but also very well known it's going to be better quality than any game he has had come to his preferred console lately, or for at least for a very long time.
Hey guys, what's up? How can you be or consider yourself to be a real gamer if in your mind the only games that count are 1. Exclusive, 2. Now superhero games, and 3. Games that are photorealistic and only heavy story narrative driven? But either way, I'm trying to do a quick video because this narrative is just getting so ridiculous, there's no way to even talk about it.
How can a narrative get so ridiculous where it's impossible to talk about it? And if that's the case, how are you making this video? I think the question is, you should be asking yourself, should I be trying to push this narrative?
But the fact of the matter is that this narrative has only come to be and come into fruition because it works in the favor of one company and one company only.
Well, stop. Let me guess. Sony, right? So you're literally saying that this is right now only working in Sony's favor, that they got exclusive games, realistic graphic games, in-depth story-driven games, and yet somehow that's a bad thing for someone to look forward to. So much they cannot, it's beyond your comprehension that they can consider themselves real gamers.
And that is Sony. And yes, every single time people, why are you always doing videos about Sony? Well, because why does everybody keep doing videos about Xbox?
There you go. My narrative about you. Your YouTube channel solely exists to defend your precious Xbox that you shield for. You can't stand any voice that might exist out there speaking negative about it. You're so insecure about your preference so much that your own actions does nothing but drive the point home of what people say about it. And you don't see that. Fucking pathetic.
It works both ways. Why do video? And then the worst part is that they do videos about Xbox that are untrue, that are taking out of context, and that are slandering or hating on it when there's no reason to hate on Xbox.
There's no reason to hate on Xbox.
Whatsoever.
Losers like yourself was preaching that there was no reason to hate on Xbox when the Xbox One was coming out, when Microsoft was trying to push all that DRM, Connect, always online. There's reasons, just reasons to hate on Xbox. There's just no other reason for your channel to exist is to shield for Xbox and defend it no matter what they do.
So, I'm just giving back.
In other words, you are doing unto others what they have done to you. How fucking pathetic.
What the real reporting and the real conversation should be about. Right? And unfortunately, it comes mainly from the Sony side. And sometimes from even the Nintendo side. But I would love to know, and I would love to see the comments and the explanations from you guys.
Looking for those explanations.
That have this idea that you have the nerve to call yourself a real gamer.
Yes, how dare we call ourselves a true gamer.
But yet all you want to play is a game that's only exclusive, right? You don't want to count a game that's multiplayer. You want to completely disregard it. Like it doesn't matter.
Oh man, if you're going to create a narrative, you got to give examples. Where's your example of, from anybody that you have run into or come across, saying that the only game that matters to them are exclusives, that they have never touched a multiplat?
Right? Because it's not exclusive, which makes no sense. Or you want to play games now because they're comic book related exclusive. Because if it's a multiplat that's a comic book related game, it doesn't count.
So now it's a bad thing to show interest in video games if it's comic book related. You have to prove that you have had interest in games beforehand and play games beforehand, other ones besides exclusives and comic book related superhero video games. For him to consider you a true gamer?
If it's exclusive, that's when it's a glorious and fantastic game. Because to this point, most comic book games have always been multi-plat. And they have never sold.
And how much is that eating you inside that how well the Spider-Man sold on the PlayStation 4? With the direct knowledge that the second one is going to do just as well, right along with Wolverine 2, going to do probably even better. Stay salty.
Just they haven't, for the exception of maybe the Batman Arkham series. And even the Batman Arkham series sold between both platforms, moderately good, but it was because it was a quality superhero game from a very iconic and beloved character, right?
Please, no one tell him that Spider-Man's been named the best, most popular comic book superhero character of all time. He won't be able to survive it.
Which had budget behind it, right? That had, the backing. In most cases, most comic book games, although very good, a lot of them, they didn't have the budget to make them shine that big. But nonetheless, still are very good games because most Spider-Man games, to be honest, from Activision and Beanox, were premier Spider-Man games. They were the best in the business. Better than anything that came out even now.
He's really trying to say a game like this.
I knew you could do it. I got another group for you.
Show me where.
Now, this is a bigger group. Remember to keep your momentum up. keep moving.
Oh, I'll momentum them right into next week.
That is working. Another group just showed up. 7 of them this time.
Do these knuckleheads try this racket all day and night?
Pretty much, yeah. Now get to...
Looks better, plays better than a game like this.
Who's there?
Literally didn't see that coming.
Never let us down before, and he won't. Better see what... Johnny! It's like a 5-star hotel for him. Anything he wants.
All the guys inside respect him, huh?
Sure, heads up. That's nothing. Hey! Spider-Man! Okay, we were ready for this. You're gonna have a bad day. Get back down here! He can't take us all. I'm wet!
You guys are late.
What credibility he's establishing.
Now, with PS4's Spider-Man from Insomniac, everything they did in that game was copying the Beanox formula. That's just a fact. They brought nothing new to the table. So, you know, you guys come here every time questioning my integrity about things.
Your logic and reasoning leaves for your beliefs to be questioned. Go back and look at that gameplay. They brought nothing new to the table. That game better.
Things. Saying that I'm not a gamer or that I'm not a Sony hater when I own a PlayStation console or all of PlayStation consoles, with the exception of the PS5, even though I have access to it and I can play it, right? Or even though I can get one if I want. I'm just not going to pay a scalper, you know, an unreasonable price for a system that really doesn't warrant any value right now because they don't have anything worth my time. Everything that's there is either cross-gen or is just not good enough to sell me on the console. Especially not for no $800 or $900 or $1,200 that these scalpers are selling it for, right? So you come here and you want to act like I'm not a gamer, question my integrity when I play these games, when I break down why I say what I say, why I find them boring, or why I find them not as good as people make them out to be, even though they may be good games, but they're overhyped. And then when you guys argue, and I say, well, are you playing it? What you tell me is, no, I haven't played it. I don't even own an Xbox. I haven't played since the 360 era. In the case of a gentleman that comes to my comment section a lot, named Jack Knife, right? And then he says, you know, he thinks that his opinion has merit when it has no merit whatsoever because he doesn't play on Xbox.
What gives you the right when you don't have a PlayStation 5? Just like you said, he don't have an Xbox. Old PlayStations don't count. You gotta have the new ones.
In fact, his point of argument is Metacritic. He says because Metacritic is saying that these games are bad, that means they're bad.
You, and like other people, lack the understanding of what Metacritic is. It's not to verify a game if it's bad or not. It's nothing but a tally for people to chime in on what they thought about the game, to see the overall senses of what people felt about the game. get a grasp on what things mean and what they are used for.
When again, no real gamer also uses something like Metacritic as a form of argument, because
There you go. Your lack of understanding of what Metacritic is and what it's used for and what it states. People are using it against you, voicing their misunderstandings about it just to aggravate you. And it works, and it's getting to you.
because real gamers don't base their playing, habits based off, or playing decisions based off a review.
Just like other YouTubers has pointed out about losers like this, they will denounce Metacritic in every form until one of their games gets a positive score. and especially will do so when one of their games finally reach a score higher than PlayStation's, and then you'll hear nothing but it about Metacritic from them.
From nobody. You play the game yourself, you buy the game yourself, you try it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yes, you're right. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Anybody else's opinion or what they say about it shouldn't have any effect on you. But there's a little voice inside you that can't stand it that's saying this shit about it because that game isn't 100% satisfactory from you as games that they are playing, that they're getting 100% satisfactory from. That's what's bothering you.
You know what I mean? Which is
I am skipping this because he's talking about Game Pass rather than talking about what makes a true gamer or what he believes what makes a true gamer.
But for you to call yourself a gamer, when all you want to play is that certain style of game, or because it's photorealistic, it has heavy story-driven narrative, the truth of the matter is, you're not a gamer.
Well, you heard it. We're not true gamers if we look forward to photorealistic graphics from today's high-powered new consoles. We're not a true gamer. If we look forward to a heavy driven story-based game that we can get into and interested in and entertained by, we're not true gamers.
No, you're not. You're not a real gamer in the sense of the word. You play video games, yes, but you're not a real gamer that is about the culture, that respects the culture, that grew up in the culture, that loves the culture, that loves video games, what goes into making them, how hard it is for them to be made, or appreciate them for what they are, and the history of how they started and how far they've come to this point to be the most successful medium in the world right now, over even movies and...
My God, dude, it's an electronic device that you put inside your entertainment center. It's a form of entertainment. What the fuck, culture? Now, I'm all for, people that doesn't play games bashing people that does because they think it's childish or a waste of time, or them talking negative about it like it somehow will influence violence. I'm all for that, but goddamn, it's just entertainment. Do I respect the creators? Yes, they invest a lot of effort, creativity, money, and time, especially away from their families and stuff, to create stuff that we love. But no more than that. Really, culture?
things like, I don't know, like anything else that's out in the medium set, like cable, even sports. It's almost as big as sports or bigger. It makes billions and billions of dollars. Okay? A real gamer plays games. They don't play preference.
Nope, no one plays preference. But you do defend yours awful lot.
Yes, me. My preference as a gamer, beat 'em ups, hack and slash, action adventures, right? Those two are my number one top preference of games. But I also play, RTSs if I have to.
RTSs if he has to. So you literally just created this narrative to be in defensive of the bitterness that you're not going to be able to play this new Spider-Man game and Wolverine. That so much that you are now going to dedicate yourself to have to play certain games to make yourself a true gamer.
RPGs if I want to, first-person shooters, racers, platformers. I play games that I find interesting, unique, with wonderful style. Like something like The Artful Escape that just came out. That looks great. I'm going to play it. I haven't played it yet, but saw my son playing it. Very simple game. It's all about the art value of it and the harmony of the music. And, it's a relaxing game. It looks like a lot of, relaxing, fun time. But something like Psychonauts, which is an amazingly thought out platformer with a lot of ingenuity, creativity, and, pretty much wacky, worldly, creations and characters and the story, in the story, in the universe. It's just something very unique and different. So, those type of games like Ori and Cuphead, those are wonderful video game experiences, right? That any real gamer embraces. That doesn't mean that I still can't accept and love and enjoy my heavy narrative single-player games first. That doesn't mean I can't enjoy my first-person shooters or my racers.
You just don't get it. You're complaining about a narrative while pushing one yourself. And how pathetic is that? Your narrative is no one's a true gamer unless they play something beyond what they prefer. The gall you have. I am through with you. You're completely pathetic and need to grow the fuck up. So this has been another video brought to you by So Real. You will continue to yield to my will. Now that's so real.